Hey everybody, I am Dr. Barrett. I am at Haramara Resort, which is a little bit outside of Puerto Vallarta. Is this place not amazing? Wow. Yeah, so wanted to share with you some strategies for dealing with those headaches that you get where it's like you've got neck pain causing your headache and headache causing neck pain. It's just all one jumbled mess, right? Yoga is actually really good at relieving that. And you don't have to find a studio, you don't have to go spend an hour of your time, you just need maybe 5-10 minutes of the right thing. So wanted to show you a place to start with that. All right, so come into tabletop, which is hands and knees, for those of you who haven't done much yoga. And you just put your shoulders over your hands, your hips over your knees, yeah? And then the first thing we're gonna do is called cat-cow. And so you take a deep breath in, sink your chest down towards your mat, and notice it's like you're literally letting your shoulders kind of sink and bringing your sternum as close to the ground as you can get it. Bend your arms just a little bit. And then when you exhale, move your spine up towards the ceiling. Lean forward just a little bit and tuck your chin to your chest, yeah? So you're really feeling a stretch here in the back. Okay? Cycle through a couple of times with your own breath. Chest down, inhale. Spine up, exhale. And as you do this movement, you're focusing on moving your thoracic spine, which is the part between your neck and your belly button. Okay? So it's more upper back movement than lower back movement because the problem are with the muscles in the upper back, not the lower back. So we're focusing there. Yeah? Okay. Meet in tabletop. The next pose is called thread the needle. So what you do is bring your right hand through the space between your left arm and your left knee, and then lower your right shoulder and the right side of your neck down towards the ground. And then use everything that's on the ground in front of you to twist your body up towards the ceiling. Deep breaths here. And if you press really hard on this forearm, you're going to notice that you are actually contracting a muscle in your upper back. Now that's a good thing. When you contract, you bring in blood flow. Blood is where all the healing cells are. So contracting muscles is a good thing. Deep breaths. Hi! Oh my God, he knew what we're going to do next. Well, what we're doing next is called puppy dog. Hello, you knew puppy dog was coming next, didn't you? He knew puppy dog was next. Yes, you did. You did. Next is puppy dog. So here's what we do. All good. You bring your hands about a foot out in front of you and pull your chest down towards your mat, just like a puppy dog would, right? Now, you don't want your neck up too much here. You're not trying to strain your neck. Bring your gaze down towards your mat. And you're looking for a little bit of an arch in your upper back. All right. And then come back up to tabletop. We'll do thread the needle on the opposite side. All right. Bring your left hand through the space between your right hand. Bring your left shoulder, left side of your head down towards your mat. And then push down with your right hand and your left forearm to twist yourself up towards the sky. And here's that muscle that I was talking about, the rhomboid. It's between your scapula, your shoulder blade, and your spine, right here, okay? It loves to make knots. Your trapezius is on top of it. It loves to make knots as well. And this is particularly effective because when you press on that forearm, you are really tightening up that rhomboid, right? Can you sort of feel that in your own body? But at the same time, you're stretching it, see? Because we've got the arm out in front of you, and that is an exquisitely effective combination for relieving muscle spasms. So unwind back to tabletop. I'm just going to pause here for a minute and show you why that works so well. Okay, so imagine that this is a super tight knot in your muscle, right? All right, so the first thing you need to do is stretch out those muscle fibers so that there's a little space in there, right? You're the blood flow trying to get into this versus this. Which one's going to be easier? It's going to be easier to get through a muscle where there's some space, where there's some loosening, where there's some opening. So that's why the stretching piece is so important. And then the contracting piece is so important is because that's where all the healing cells are. They're in your blood. They're in that blood flow. So you've got to wash out those muscles, basically like wringing out a dirty sponge. You've got to get that blood flow flowing through the muscles. Otherwise, those knots are just going to stay there and keep perpetuating this neck pain, headache, neck pain cycle, right? So let's move on to our next pose. Come back into tabletop. And what we're going to do here is move the spine in the third main direction. You'll notice that we moved it through flexion and extension. We did a twist, right? And now what we need to do is move it laterally. So straighten out your left leg behind you. Roll over onto the right side of your body. Let your head be heavy. Feel length in the left side of your body. Make your spine into a C. Really, push your spine up into that C shape here. Breathe here. And then switch to the opposite side. Come back through tabletop, straighten your right leg out behind you. Shift your weight to the left side of your body. Really make that C shape with your spine. Let your head be heavy. Feel length in the right side of your body. And release back down through tabletop. And then come into a seated position. I'd like to show you something that is super effective with this whole idea of contracting and stretching the neck muscles, yeah? Okay, so bring your right arm out to the side, tip your head to the left, and feel a stretch in the muscles in the side of your neck. You may need to bend your elbow, flip your hand up to bring out the stretch. And then touch the muscle that you're stretching. Maybe give it a little massage. And then contract that muscle, bring your head back up to midline. Yeah? Try that one more time. Might have to rotate your head back and forth a little bit, nod your head to really find the right part to stretch. Give it a little bit of love. And then contract back up to midline. Switch sides. Maybe bend your elbow, maybe move your head forward and back. Find the muscle you're stretching. Give it a little bit of love. And then contract that muscle back up to midline. Yeah, one more time. Does it make sense why we're doing this? Like, here's the stretch. We're loosening up those muscle fibers, right? And then contract that muscle back up. We're bringing in the blood flow, washing out that muscle, wringing out that muscle like a dirty sponge, letting our body heal itself, right? We're facilitating that whole process. So hope that this can be a place to start for you as you try to figure out what works for your body to relieve that whole mess that happens when you're having headaches causing neck pain and neck pain causing headaches. And, you know, it just seems like, you know, all you can go in and get a massage or chiro or acupuncture or whatever to relieve the pain, but it's so much more empowering to find ways to help your body heal itself, to find out what really works for your body. So this is a good start. This is a good foundation, a good place to begin. Obviously, listen to your own internal GPS as to what works for you and what doesn't. And if you want more information about my work, go to ameliascottbarrettmd.com. That's AmeliaScottBarrettMD.com. Alrighty, have a good one.